last night, the Met Gala. If you read the New York Post, 50 stories about the Met Gala. Most don't have much to do with politics, although in the past AOC made a big splash when she went, and other political figures have gone. Amongst the few political figures at the Met Gala last night, 105, was the former Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris, resplendent in black and white. The Democratic National Committee Twitter account tweeted out that photo, and
I want to thank the DNC for doing
yeah.
that. That
And
could
and
not have
and
been more
her
unmet.
other populist move while she's been in New York is she went to the Polo Bar for dinner
Lovely.
with Doug. Sean and Dan, have you guys been to the Polo Bar?
I
I've
have.
tried. I
Yeah.
can't get in.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
always
take you
sold
some.
out.
I'll take you some. It's a block from Trump Tower. It's a
Yep.
very buzzy space. It's one of the few post-COVID restaurants in New York that's hard to get into. It's so hard to get into that you're not allowed to walk in without getting past somebody with a clipboard. You can't say, "Oh, I'm just going to have a drink at the bar." Even that is not allowed. And yet somehow the vice president got in. Dan, what's your review of the vice president's visit to New York?
Well, we are always happy to have her here in New York, but look, I don't know what she was doing. I mean, well, I do, but I don't see how this helps her. It's, it's on some level, it's as silly as the White House, retweeting Trump as the Pope. Like, why is the DNC tweeting her at the Met Gala? It doesn't really help the party. I just, she likes to hobnob with wealthy people in the arts.
But what about the argument that the president's a billionaire who hobnobs with billionaires? Like, what's wrong for the Democrats to have their fancy moments?
Sure, but Trump's base, his strength is the working class. Kamala's Achilles is she is seen as out of touch and elitist, and nothing is more out of touch and elitist than even by New York City standards. Nothing is more out of touch and elitist than the Met Gala. And so, look, I don't think anyone ultimately cares, but like as she's inching back into the public's, square, into the public spotlight, probably not the best look for her to be at the Met Gala.
Well,
Sean, besides agreeing, what else do you think?
I just think she should have gone to Bergdorf on the way to the Polo Club. It would have just made a trifecta of dumb moves. Look, I will say this: the idea. Look, she can go to where she wants. She can do. I'm a capitalist. I hope she goes to the Polo Club every night. I hope she. But the bottom line is, you want to re-enter politics, whether it's governor of California or is the potential Democratic nominee, and the DNC is tweeting that out. Like somehow that's like, it's one thing if she does it. It's another thing if the new chairman thinks that that's a smart message for them. I mean, I could not be happier. What a great start my day.
I would love to know, not just for a book, but in general, the chain of events that led the DNC to tweeting that photo. I would just love to know.
Well, I also wonder, does Ken Martin wake up this morning and say, who was the knucklehead that did that? Or does he say,
unless it was his idea. This was his idea. But I mean, who took the photo? How did it get to the person who controls the DNC account? Just interesting to know, because again, I don't begrudge her wanting to have a glamorous and exciting life. She's, she was a senator from California. She was, vice president of the United States. The Bidens will be on The View tomorrow, by the way. But for the DNC account to tweet that out, I don't get it.
They say that something that's easy is like a walk in the park. Well, easier than a walk in the park, hit the subscribe button, be part of the two-way community, never miss an episode, be part of our conversations. Thank you for your service to America.